very dear sisters, we are delighted to be with all of you. We do miss a face-to-face visit. But as the saying goes, something is better than nothing. As the borders are not yet open for all, we have to be happy with this virtual or online visit. I can't believe, though, that I would be with you soon. And I thank God for this special gift. Thank you, Sister Smita, council members, superiors, and all our sisters of the Indian province for this warm welcome. Hospitality is an integral and important dimension of the ancient cultures and traditions of India. Although it is virtual, I am so pleased that the General Council gets the golden opportunity to be immersed in our cultures, religious traditions, and diverse Indian realities. Abundance of life and promises coupled with many challenges. As Sister Smita quoted, I want to underline our rule of life number 100, which describes the purpose of the canonical visit as to maintain communion, to strengthen religious life, and to stimulate the apostolate according to the rule of life. It is a moment of grace for all of us, and it is in this spirit that we make this visit. We are excited to discover your province, to get to know each one of you personally, your life in communities, and your apostolic ministries in partnership with our lay friends. This is going to be a wonderful journey, a holy journey. In fact, the image that comes to my mind is the Emmaus journey. Like the disciples, let us be open, simple, and spontaneous in our sharing. It is also going to be a synodal experience, walking together during this preparation for the synod on synodality. A mutual listening in which all of us will learn something new. A contemplative and a transformative listening. In that sense, it's going to be a pilgrimage together, a pilgrimage with God. And the fruit of this pilgrimage together depends on what we are thirsting for, what we are asking for, or what we are longing for, what we are seeking in our personal lives, as well as in this moment in the history of the Indian province. This is my wish and prayer for each one of us. May the visit and moments of encounters be an experience of seeing your province from the perspective of God, who is constantly renewing us, constantly recreating us. May we get in touch with our Indian soul, Indian spiritualities, and Indian social realities. Let us allow ourselves to be in touch with our Indian soul, longing for deeper communion with God, longing for closer relationship with one another, and longing for deeper commitment to our people, deeper commitment to the Swadharma of each sister, deeper commitment to the Dharma of the Indian religious of the Assumption in the Indian soil. For us, the General Council, and for you, my beloved sisters, let the visit be an experience of contemplative awakening, an experience of encountering God, an experience of God's loving and life-giving presence, an experience of God's province-building presence with us. With the blessings and prayers of Saint Maria Eugenie and Mother Teresa Manuel, I wish you a fruitful visit, indeed a grace-filled visit. May God bless us all. Thank you. Dhanyavad.
Thank you, Sister Rekha, for your inspiring and challenging message. Now I wish Sister Sandra to give us the message.
Thank you.
For this visit.
Okay, I will try to say in good afternoon. Thank you very much for this warm, beautiful, and fraternal and creative welcome. Really, you are helping us to feel at home with you. Thank you very much. For me, it's a deep joy to begin this canonical visit to India with our Sister Rekha, our General Superior and daughter of India, and my community, my sister from the general community. I am excited the first to meet you personally and to know a little about India, rich in history, spirituality, cultural and religious diversity, and also the political and social situation. We are hearing about all this movement for the farmers and all these things that and how the pandemic touched your country in special in this moment. And also, I would like to know, to discover who or charisma is has been inculturated in this huge country, big country. I remember when I was young sister, I participated in an international meeting in Otay about inculturality, and I met some sister from India, and I was the dream one time to go India, and now about this pandemic, we are meeting you by Zoom, but when is what is possible. And for me, it's some kind of realization of my dream. Yes, because the pandemic made impossible to visit you face to face. It is going virtual, but I think so that this is the opportunity God bring us to meet together. And I am sure how Sister Rekha is wishing. I am sure that it will be a verdadero encuentro, a real encounter. And today's, when I am praying this morning, today's gospel remind us the importance to see, wish to see the light. And we had a beautiful ceremony this morning in the sanctuary of Maria Eugenie. And this is symbol of the light that is very important for your spirituality and in your countries. It's very, very powerful for me. And it's a symbol that what is God need for us. What I would like to say that we pray that my God open our eyes and ears. May he give us the grace to look in his own way, to listen our hearts, to be made surprised by the God present. In this difficult moment, the suffering of the poor and vulnerable people, and also in our daily life. We come with the great desire to meet you and to feel in communion with the body of the congregation. The congregation also accompanies us with prayer. Thank to you in advance for your fraternal welcome in the community. Hand in hand with Maria Eugenie and Teres Manuel, we will have a great experience of God with you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Sister Sandra. We are very appreciative of your word, your desire to come to India, but we cannot. So, but we will be together in communion. Thank you. Now I invite Sister Isabel to give us the message for the visit.
Okay, good afternoon, sisters. And I also say thank you for your colorful and very happy welcome. It was really nice to see all of you. I am also very happy to discover more closely the province of India. You can imagine that Rekha is often telling us about you, or in many details, or also for the general situation in India. And I'm happy to get to know India through the meetings with the communities, through the meeting of each one of you, and to have a vision, as Sandra has just said, of the health situation today, political. We hear a lot about Modi, also economical situation, cultural situation, and all these diversities to grasp, have a better grasp. And I am also very curious about the way our Christian faith has been enculturated in your culture. I know that we often say, and for little Indian people I know, you're so open to religions, and yet, yes, how this interfaith dialogue, as Rekha said, it is not something so much in the head, it is really lived out everyday life. So I think this is so interesting. And also the interiority life that you have, we can feel, I know it is for all Asia, but you have the specific Indian way also, which really attracts me very much. And yes, Rekha showed us the video of the 500 years jubilee. And when I saw all these faces of children, women, men, also the social work you are having, I'm really interested in all the peripheries. I know you're very committed to this. And well, and And then there's always the magic of encounter. And I know that I will be transformed, this is sure. And I like this kind of situation to get to know something completely unforeseen and unknown. So thank you very much. And I'm sure the Lord is with us. Thank you.
Thank you, Sister Isabel, for giving us this message and expressing your desire to know more about India. Thank you. We will come together and will know each other better. Now I call upon Sister Mark to give us the note for this visit.
It's my time now to thank you, really, to thank you for your warm and creative welcome. And thank you, Smita. Really, you try to give a picture of who we are, and this allow us to feel at home, to feel connected with you. Even we're still in Paris, but my heart feel some community welcome us in our own mother tongue. This really is a kind of interest and research to try to live as sister to know one another. And particularly, I was connected. You see, in Africa, especially in my country, we are used to show or to express our feeling with our body, with the dance. And when I saw somebody dancing, this attracted me and I feel really connected and I enter easily in the movement. Thank you for this. I can say detail, but it's cultural detail who help us to feel what we mean. And for me, for us, a visit is every time a moment of the openness to the other, and to see, to be open of different realities, and to understand something the different. This is a kind of opportunity we get to discover the face of God, who is in everywhere, but in different way. I can say also for me, for the moment, is a school of humility, because you have to discover, to try to say something, and you feel you are learning, discovering, but to be able to say, God, the Spirit is here to help us to deep some reality. As Rekha was saying in her message, she said, a moment of a contemplative and transformative listening, really to allow ourselves in the visit to be transformed by the reality, by our sharing, by God's history in our own life. And I have some kind of interest, for sure, in the beginning when I received this mission. The Asian continent was the unknown one. And I was saying, oh, I will go, I will know. And yes, now I am here. I want to know and to know more. And what really attracts me is this tradition, big tradition of faith, this religious spirit who connect you to the contemplative way to find God in multiple and many reality. And you were talking about the differences who allow you to grow in richness of the differences, and really this attract me. And in my childhood, especially when I was a teenager in my time of secondary school, my experience with God, I have a devotion with the Virgin Mary, and for me the image I have is to see people to see difference as a kind of a garden. In a garden with flower, you have many flower, but each flower is different and has his own, how to say, smells. You can say smell, perfume.
Mhm.
And if I try to separate it, to say no to this flower, meaning I will miss a kind of perfume in the garden. And sometimes when a plant, a flower is sick or get something bad, you have to entertain this flower more than the beautiful one. In this spirit, I want to enter in a garden of God, where I will meet people, flower with different perfume, knowing that the sick or the small have to take attention to my listening, and I think sometimes I am this one sick flower, and sometimes also I need attention. And for me, this is our community life, our province life, and helping me to grow together. And just this visit allow me also to grow, being one of you. Thank you for this sisterness.
We are thankful to you, Sister Mart, for your encouraging and interesting message and for your desire to know more about India and to experience and smell the freshness of the flower. Thank you. So now I appeal Sister Irene Cecil to give us the message for this visit.
First, thank you very much for the very hearty welcome. Thank you for your creativity and the hard labor. I could imagine the days and nights that you spent to welcome us, all the preparations, and to make us feel at home. And for me, I am home. I am home in our continent. It is a joy and a privilege for me to have this canonical visit to India for many reasons. First, it is to be with you, my dear sisters, and to get to know you more. I have been to India twice. First as a junior sister, and the second time as a provincial councilor. For me, entering India was like opening a book with a history so much connected with ancient traditions. And for me, it's beyond my grasp and understanding. It is so mysterious and mystical. Like what you mentioned, with the variety, with the diversity, really, the words, even the diva, all these things, when I heard, it is opening me into thinking beyond our usual Christian faith understanding of our own intimacy with God. It is the land of great people. And my favorites are Gandhi and Teresa of Calcutta. Both made radical contributions to the world because they took the narrow paths that are not usually taken because these are difficult and challenging. And for me, I believe, and I thank you, dear sisters, that their spirit is alive in each one of you and in the province in an Assumption way. I always admire the way you embrace our life of poverty. Two powerful words speak to me about the province and of India: spirituality and poverty. A poverty that transforms. I look forward to seeing, listening, and learning more through this visit. And I would like to discover more how you are enculturating the gospel in your lives. And my prayer is that may we experience being of one heart and soul. Again, namaste. The God in me greets the God in each one of you.
Thank you, Sister Irene Cecil, for your provoking message and feeling one with the Asians and saying together we have something common. So we will discover more. Thank you.